Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and my daily writing NaNoWriMo vlogs. I am at my mom's house and I'm feeling so nostalgic because this is the room where I started making YouTube videos. So it's always fun to come back here, although I am desperately missing my selfie light. I want to use the natural light, but also it's too direct and it's causing too many issues, but we're gonna make it work. It's a lot later in the day than I usually start writing, but I drove 10 hours yesterday. No issues. There was snow throughout the entire Midwest, but the roads were completely clear. There wasn't any flurries. And I listened to a ton of the audiobook for The Last Argument of Kings, which is the third book in the First Law trilogy. And I'm so close to being done. I think I have less than 4 hours left, even though it feels like we've already hit the climax of the story, which makes me think something crazy is about to happen that's gonna be like really unpredictable. I definitely needed the time to like relax and recuperate because I am here for family. My mom and brother's birthdays are both in this like weekend to see friends, work on NaNoWriMo, and I have a caricature gig tomorrow. So I am busy, so I'm taking the time that I can to relax, but now that it's about 10:30 in the morning, I got to get to work. So I believe I left off on a little over 23,000 words. So ideally, I hit the 25K word count, which it would be nuts because that would be halfway to the 50K goal, even though the length of my book is probably going to end up being around 100,000 words, if not more. So 50K will maybe be the halfway point. And honestly, once I'm done with NaNoWriMo, which I mean, I just plan on writing 2,000 words every day till the end of November, even if I go over the 50K. But once I'm done with that, I am going to switch over to editing my first book because I love the second book and it gets me really amped and really excited. And I'm just so eager to tell this story. I'm also eager to sell my first book, so I need to go back and focus on that and work on that. But working on the second book definitely has given me a lot to think about. I do think it is a good idea that if you are wanting to write a series, especially if it is fantasy or sci-fi, that you do work ahead a little bit on that second or third book, or at least get that outline and get into detail with that, because there are things that I have learned or realized through writing the second book that I can implement in my first book. Little clues or suggestions that I can now add into my first book just to make the world feel more cohesive and that it is one big lived-in world and one big story, and not just that I'm making things up as I go along, because that is something that really irks me about series sometimes and not a pitfall that I want to get into. But anyway, I need to work on my 2,000 words. I am realizing that, and I think this is something where I just need to talk to friends of mine whose taste and story suggestions I trust, because there are plot lines that I was so sure about that now actually writing it out, I'm like, wait a second, I'm not sure this is a good idea, but I've already written so much of it out. And it's kind of making it a little tricky to write because it's like, well, do I still go through with this plot line and write it out to its entirety? Or do I just disregard it and just write as if none of that happened? As of right now, I'm just writing it out to its entirety because that's also what I prepped in my Preptober notebook. So I already have an idea of what to do with it, but I need to get some secondhand input on it because I'm not even sure if it just won't work at all, or if I just need to hit it from a different angle. That's a confusing thing about writing, especially in this drafting stage, because I just hate the idea of wasting time and energy on something that's not going to work. But at the same time, it's like, well, I have to keep moving forward. I can't let this stop and derail me, especially with something like NaNoWriMo where daily word count is so important. It's like I just have to keep pushing forward in some regard. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm towards the end of this plot point and plot line anyway, so I'm just going to round it out and move forward with what I know for a fact I want to do with my story and just keep going. Which is all we can ever do with NaNoWriMo, is keep writing, keep going, do our bests. So after an hour and 5 minutes of writing, I have officially hit the 25K mark. I'm at like 25,040 words. And I believe I have another 200 to 300 words to hit my 2,000 word goal count for the day. I did not realize how bad I was going to be about keeping track of my word count, because like I have been terrible at updating my NaNoWriMo site. I don't know why that has been such a struggle. I did not think it would be. Maybe partially because I am doing these videos, so I feel like, well, I'm keeping up with it that way, and like I know my word count. So I don't know, that's just been a weird thing that I've been struggling with doing. So I'm like, how many words am I writing? What was my word count that I was starting out with? I don't know, because I'm being terrible at keeping track, but I am at 25K, so I'm officially halfway through this NaNoWriMo, which is great, because what is it, day 14? Okay, so in another 14 days, that will be the 28th. So I will, in theory, hit that 50K 2 days early. So let's see if that actually happens. That would rule. Ideally, I would like to do another 250 to 400 words just to make sure that I hit that 2,000 word count for the day. But because I will be out and about, I will try to take you guys with me so you can see a little bit of Des Moines. I love Des Moines. I love Iowa. It is so pretty out because there's just a little bit of snow, but it's sunny. Oh, it's lovely. So I'll try to take you guys with me on that journey. So I wasn't out and about as much as I thought I would be, but that's because we're having dinner sooner than I thought we would. And we're going to this amazing, oh, what is it? It's not just a steakhouse, it's where they bring out a bunch of different types of meats and just carve you little pieces of it. And you can have as much as you want. And I'm very excited for it, as you saw clips of. And I feel like I'm kind of talking funny because my face is still kind of numb. But I went on a walk near my mom's house and it feels weird to be walking without my dogs. But I don't know, I just think being outside for a significant amount of time is important. But I have an hour or so before we're going to leave. So I'm going to do a little bit of writing, get this video edited and posted. So I think this is going to be the end of my night. But make sure to check out my Instagram, Miss Claire Bear with 3 S's, because I'm probably going to be posting a bunch of stuff in my story now that I'm here. So make sure to check that out if you are interested. I hope you guys are also either already hit or are about to hit your 25K halfway point. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Happy writing.